All right, this marks video 1 of the Chakra series. I told you we were going to go over the Chakra series, but I also want to double it up and show you guys just how crazy ChatGPT is and how you need to start utilizing it in your everyday life, at least when it comes to studying and gathering information. I realize as a men's coach that most guys don't have a problem with doing these things. They just have a problem with doing it alone. And I can relate to that. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do it together. So what we're going to go over, as you can see on the screen, is we're going to go over the fundamentals. We're going to go over the signs of an unbalanced root chakra, how to balance it, how to strengthen it, and then of course like a 5 to 10 minute daily routine to help with the function. So for those who you don't know, what the root chakra is, which is why I can explain the color in the background here, is the root chakra is down here. Can you see that? Down here, right? And so when a lot of guys, when they start on their retention journey, they feel like this surge, they feel like this ball of energy that's down here, and they say like it's stuck there and it's like overwhelming. If you feel that, I want to tell you, be the first one to tell you that that's not good. You shouldn't feel a lump of energy down here. It needs to be flowing through these things, which is why in order for it to do that, you have to make sure that this is balanced and that it's able to circulate energy through the other ones. And so of course, let's just go ahead and start with here so you can unblock that. So you might be asking yourself, are you going to listen to me ramble on and on and on about how to do all these things? No. Can I do that? Sure. But then this video will go all over the place. So I want to show you just how powerful ChatGPT is. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it up here. And as you can see at the top here, it's just chatgpt.com if you want to do this by yourself. And so today we are learning about the chakras. We will start at the root chakra. I always spell chakra wrong. It always throws me off. Chakra. We will start at the root chakra. Tell me about the root chakra in this order, right? So I'm coming down here, come back up here, and paste this in here. Now I will say that this is lazy. This is called prompting. This is lazy prompting. But let's just see if it can take that and make something work for me. And we're going to go over this together. And just look how crazy this is, because the way that I did research back in the day was I would get introduced into a concept, however the God or universe wants to talk to me, and then I would go off and do my own research, find my own articles, find my own books, find my own mentors, and then I'll have to go on this long journey just to gather a bunch of information and then process it to see which one is correct, which one is not. And that can take forever. And this is why I'm such like an advocate for ChatGPT, is because I don't want you to think that this is gospel. This is 100% right. But I want you to look at it as it's going to push you in the right direction, right? Versus you having to make guesses and find little nuggets on your own. Okay. So let's go over the fundamentals. It says the root chakra is also known. Pause. Let me go ahead and start my cardio. All right. The root chakra, also known as the Muladhara in Sanskrit, is the first of the 7 main chakras, located at the base of the spine, right, which we saw right here. It governs our sense of safety, security, and foundation. This is why when you start on retention, these are the things that start to improve into your life. Like, and I'll get into it later. This chakra is associated with our basic survival needs, including shelter, food, water, and financial stability. When the root chakra is balanced, we feel grounded, stable, and secure in ourselves and our environment. When we look at semen retention benefits, it's no surprise that we start to feel these things, okay? So signs of an unbalanced root chakra: feeling insecure or anxious. Notice how, again, when we first start retention, we feel more secure, more grounded, and we're able to like look people in the eyes. We're more confident. Versus when you're spilling your seed, when you're using all of your energy, you have unbalanced root chakra, which is feeling insecure and anxious. Okay. Financial instability or issues with money management. I know that's a lot of guys out there. Lack of focus or feeling disconnected from reality. Persistent fear or paranoia. physical ailments such as lower back pain or digestive issues. Okay, so let's get into how to balance the root chakra. 1. Grounding exercise. Spend time in nature, practice walking barefoot on grass or soil, or visualize roots extending from your body into the earth. See, that's a big one. I didn't think about visualizing roots extending from my body into the earth. How I ground is I go outside barefoot, I'm on earth, and I just picture myself like this steady rock, and my feet act as a connecting between the earth and my body. And when I breathe in, I absorb all this energy, and then when I breathe out all the energy. And of course, when I breathe out, all of like the negative energy and all that stuff flows out with me. So I don't know about you guys, but for me, I can feel when my spine is releasing, I don't know what it is, chemicals or signals, whatever. I can feel that. And it starts to happen, 1, when I meditate, I can feel it happen. And then 2, when I'm grounding, I can feel that happen. So, okay. So grounding. So how we're going to start balancing is grounding, physical activity, engage in exercises that focus on the lower body, such as yoga poses like warrior 1 or 2, squats, and walking. And this is what I mean with put you in the right direction, because let's look at what those actually look like. What are those yoga poses actually look like? Images. Okay. So that looks like this. Right? Am I going to do that for you right here? No. But these are the things that you can try on your own time. And this is like one of those things where when we enter the spiritual world, it starts to get a lot more like woo woo. But it's not until you actually start practicing these things where you actually start to feel a difference. And you're like, wait a minute, like something's here. You know what I mean? So again, this is just pointing you in the right direction. These are what these yoga poses look like. All right. So physical activity, squats or walking, which is what I'm doing right now. And again, this is why I say it's not a good thing for that energy to just sit there, because when you're doing activities like walking or something, you're moving it. You're allowing it to flow where it needs to flow. So again, meditation, use guided meditation or visualization techniques to imagine a warm red light at the base of your spine, nourishing and balancing your root chakra. Okay. Eat grounding foods such as root vegetables, protein rich foods, and red fruits like strawberries or cherries. Okay. And affirmations. Repeat affirmations that focus on safety, security, and abundance, such as I am grounded and secure, or I trust in the abundance of the universe. Right. And here's the thing. Let's say you didn't know how to ground. You're like, oh, I need more detailed instructions on how to ground. All you have to do is ask ChatGPT. Or if you're like, okay, give me a list of 50 affirmations that can help me with my root chakra. Again, ask ChatGPT. It's going to give you this at the speed and quickness versus you Googling it or you doing it by yourself. All right. So boom, how to strengthen the root chakra. Establish routines. Ooh. Notice how this has a direct correlation with your masculinity as a man. Stability, right? Management, routines, all these things have to do with your masculinity. So notice how the more that you're strengthening your root chakra, you're also strengthening your masculinity. So create a stable daily routine that provides a sense of security and consistency. Powerful. Connect with your roots. Explore your ancestry, traditions, cultural heritage to strengthen your sense of belonging and identity. Let me talk about that for a second, because one of the things that I noticed when I was working like 50 to 60 hour weeks is that I was connected to a very, I don't know how else to put this. You'll know this if you work hard. If you're a guy who maybe you work blue collar, right? For some odd reason, after like your 50 hour, or I was gonna say 50 hour shift, after like a 50 hour week, or just going throughout your daily life, you can identify people who also are working extremely hard, and there's like a mutual respect that you guys have. I don't know how else to put that, but it's like, again, it's a sense of belonging and a sense of identity. It's just who you are because you're in that energy, you're in that frequency, and other people can sense when you're in that frequency as well. Don't ask me about it. It's just something you have to experience. All right. Work on financial stability. Take practical steps to manage your finances, set savings goals, and create a budget to alleviate financial stress. Shout out to one of the members in our group. He's actually working on this right now, and he's made great progress on it, which is I'm super proud of him for that. Okay. Next one, release fears. Identify and address any fears or insecurities that may be holding you back, feeling grounded and secure. This one's huge. A lot of guys actually need to work on this, but they skip this. You have to address any fears or insecurities that may be holding you back from feeling grounded or insecure. This is where you either talk to yourself about this or you talk to somebody about this. Again, that's one of the things why I love this group, is because we come together every Sunday and we talk. And it's like one of those things where this can be a time where we start to question you deeper. Like, why do you feel this fear? Why do you feel this insecurity? And we have these conversations so you can release these things. And again, if you have no idea, like, where do I even start with that? Ask ChatGPT. It's going to give you a great place to start. And if it's still confusing, ask for it to dumb it down. It will do that for you. Next, practice self-care. Engage in activities that promote self-nurturing and self-preservation, such as taking relaxing baths, getting massages, or spending time with loved ones who make you feel safe and supported. And then, of course, here's a daily routine to help you with function. Grounding meditation. Sit or lie down in a comfortable position, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths. Visualize a red light at the base of your spine, expanding with each inhale and releasing any tension or insecurity with each exhale. Hold this visualization for 5 to 10 minutes, focusing on feeling grounded and secure. This works. You just have to experience it for yourself. It works. Okay. So again, it may sound dumb at first, or you just like feels woo woo first, but when you actually start trying these things, when you incorporate these things into your routine, these things work. Okay. Root chakra yoga pose. Practice a grounding yoga pose such as Tasana, mountain pose, focusing on rooting down through your feet and connecting with the earth beneath you. Okay, so let's look at what that even is. What does that look like? It looks like I'm just standing here. Okay, I feel like this is more like what it was supposed to be. Like stuff like that. And that's cool. Me, I do what's called like gripping the earth with your feet. So I take my feet and I like grip the earth and I like kind of like a twisting, like a lock-in motion. And then I breathe in and just absorb that energy. It works for me. Oh, this guy's explaining it. Okay. You know, I mean, whatever works for you, you know? Okay. So let's go back. Focusing on rooting down. I read that. Affirmations. Repeat affirmations related to safety and security, such as I am safe, I am grounded, and I trust in the process of life. Again, when you combine these things, affirmations and the root chakra pose and grounding, it just, something happens to you. Okay. Because again, words have power. Your words have power. Your thoughts have power. Your actions have power. And so when you do simple things, all of a sudden, like this energy starts to move around throughout your whole system, and you can feel it. Okay, grounding walk. Take a short walk outdoors and pay attention to the sensations in your feet that make contact with the ground. Imagine each step grounding and stabilizing you. Again, power in your thoughts, and so empower in your actions. You being able to do this is going to do wonders for you. Grounding visualization. Close your eyes and imagine yourself surrounded by a protective bubble of red light, like a shield of stability and security. Take a few moments to bask in this feeling of safety and groundedness before continuing with your day. So listen, this has been like everything, the fundamentals, the signs of unbalance, how to strengthen daily 5-minute routine. What I want to do is I want to show you guys more affirmations and stuff like that. So let's say, give me a list of 25 affirmations that help with the root chakra. I am safe and secure. Just look at this. You know what I mean? If you're not utilizing this, like you could get the app on your phone, you could get on your desktop. What I like to do now is I'm playing with the speech function that allows you to talk to it. My phone's over there, so I'm not going to do that right now. I am safe and secure in my body and in the world around me. I trust myself and my instincts to guide me through the right direction. I am rooted, stable, and connected to the earth that is beneath me. These are all like very masculine sounding things. Not just like sounding it, but as in like the words are connected to your masculinity. Like safety, protection, provision, something like that has has to deal with I am safe, secure in my body and the world around me. I'm financially secure and I trust in my ability to manifest abundance. I release all fears and worries that do not serve my highest good. I am grounded in the present moment, free from anxiety in the future. So affirmations are great to like say all at once or something in your meditation. But what I like to do is throughout the day, you guys know when I told you that you're going to have like negative thoughts, and those negative thoughts, you have to take them and then replace them with something else. Replace it with an affirmation. A big one, a huge one for me. I used this, I want to say like 8 or 9 months ago, was what was it? It was like, I do not act in a, what was it? It was like, I do not act in a way that is trying to, it was basically saying that I don't do things for the acceptance or approval of others. I think that was it. I don't act in a way, what was it? Now I'm kind of mad because I used to say this thing like a lot. It's like the actions I take are not meant to, for the approval or the acceptance of others. Right? It was much more simpler than that, but you get the gist. And boy, when I tell you, that changed me, because whenever I felt like anxious in like a crowded section, and again, I don't feel like anxious like that. I wouldn't say I'm a person with anxiety, but when I do feel it, I would just replace that with that mantra, would be like, or that affirmation. It's like, I do not do things for the acceptance of others, the acceptance and approvals of others. I do things for the acceptance and the approval of myself. I think that was it. But yeah, and it like just having that power switch was insane for me, because it made me realize that I'm not doing these for the acceptance of other people. I'm doing it for the acceptance of myself. And it was so powerful for me. So yeah, again, and say like, you're like, oh, I don't like these. You can say, do it again. And it gives you more. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, this shit is just crazy, man. So yeah, so that's what I wanted to show you guys today. That's going to end today's video about the root chakra. We learned that, just to go over it again, the fundamentals. If you're unbalanced, if you feel insecure or anxious, if you're having financial instability or issues with money management, lack of focus or feeling disconnected from reality, persistent, that's a huge one. Lack of focus or feeling disconnected with reality. Notice how when you spill your seed a ton, like you're in woo-woo land. You're scared, you're paranoid, you're disconnected from the real world and reality. Just notice how these things come from your lack of being able to keep seed inside of you. So whenever you are absorbing, whenever you're creating and you're able to hold this, retain the seed, these are the things that are happening on the opposite side. So you feel more secure, you feel less anxious, your money's good. Now, of course, money management, that's something that you're going to have to work on yourself. It's like a skill that you learn. But still, it's like some of these things, the energy works for you and not against you, because you lack it. Okay. So if you're trying to start your retention and make this a lot easier, start with grounding exercises, start with physical activity. This one's a huge one. A lot of us do this naturally. Meditation, nutrition, and affirmations. All right. This is how you strengthen it. Establish routines, connect with your roots, work on financial stability, release fears, practice self-care. So this is just me showing you the power of ChatGPT and what it can really do for you, and also going over the chakra series that I told you guys we were going to do. Next one we're going to be talking about is the sacral chakra, then the solar plexus, heart chakra, third eye, and crown. And when you're able to retain at the point where you're balancing all these and all the energy is moving through, literally anything that you want in your life will come to you. I told you guys about that power a long time ago, but it's actually true. And when these things are activated, you can feel it in your life, and other people can feel it around you, and you'll start to attract people to you, good and bad. So we'll go over that, of course, in tomorrow's video, or whenever I make the next chakra series. So with that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. If you have any comments, let me know down in the comments. And if you made it this far, type in balancing root. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.